You know that feeling, right? That moment, maybe end of a long day, when you finally kick off your shoes,
Oh,
and it's
yes.
just like, pure relief. Like this wave washes over you.
Definitely.
Or maybe it's that kind of nagging ache you get, that feeling just not quite right with what's on your feet.
Hmm.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into the surprising truth about our shoes. Our mission, really, is to unpack why shoe width matters so much for your overall health.
Right.
And, crucially, show you how to find solutions. Solutions that could genuinely change how you feel, every single day.
It's a big deal.
It really is. I mean, consider this statistic. Somewhere between 63 and 72% of people, that's a huge number,
It's staggering.
are walking around in shoes that are actually too small for them. Think about that.
Wow.
And it often goes unnoticed, or, we just blame it on a long day or standing too much. But it has major implications for foot health. And honestly,
Hmm.
for your entire body's alignment, your well-being.
Absolutely. It's a truly pervasive issue. And this deep dive, we hope, is your shortcut. A shortcut to understanding why this problem is so widespread
Right?
and also what the really transformative benefits are of getting into properly fitted, wider shoes. We're going to uncover some, I think, real aha moments about how shoe width impacts your physical health.
Okay, let's unpack this then. You mentioned that huge percentage.
Yeah.
What are the most common reasons people end up wearing the wrong size? Is it just like vanity
Mm.
or not knowing?
Well, it's often a mix of things, really. Many people just don't realize their feet naturally get wider as they age.
Oh, wait.
Or, after big life changes like pregnancy, feet can spread.
Right, I've heard that.
And we also tend to, let's be honest, sometimes prioritize style over actual fit, or we just keep buying the same size we always have without ever stopping to remeasure.
Guilty as charged, probably.
Yeah, many of us are.
Yeah.
And the consequences of these habits, of squeezing into narrow shoes day after day, they go way beyond just a bit of discomfort. We're talking real issues.
Like what specifically?
Things like blisters, obviously, but also bunions, hammer toes, even changes in your natural gait, the way you walk.
Wow.
And that can lead to widespread foot pain, and it even negatively affects your posture because fundamentally your feet are your foundation. Everything starts there.
You said earlier this idea of unlocking a cascade of health benefits for your entire body. That sounds significant. Can you break that down? How does shoe width have such a broad impact? What's the actual mechanism?
Absolutely. The core mechanism. It's really about letting your feet function the way they're naturally designed to.
Okay.
When your toes are crammed into a narrow space, they can't splay out. They can't spread like they're supposed to.
Right.
And this directly messes with the natural biomechanics of walking, running, even just standing still. So let's look at some key benefits one by one.
Great.
Okay, first, there's improved toe alignment and a reduced risk of deformity. A wide toe box lets your toes spread out naturally, just like if you were barefoot. This prevents that unnatural crowding that leads to painful problems like bunions, those bony bumps,
Mm-hmm.
and hammer toes, overlapping toes. Narrow shoes, on the other hand, basically force your toes into these weird, unnatural positions, really increasing the risk over time.
Okay, so alignment first. What's next?
Second, and this is something you feel almost immediately, is greater comfort and all-day wearability. Just having more space alleviates pressure points across your foot,
Yeah.
which means significantly less pain and discomfort through the day. This is huge for anyone with an active lifestyle or jobs where you're on your feet a lot.
I'd imagine.
Then number 3 is enhanced balance and stability. Think of your toes almost like natural anchors.
Okay.
When they can spread out properly, your foot makes better, more stable contact with the ground. This directly supports improved balance, makes movement more efficient.
Right.
And for athletes, this can even mean better control and agility. It's about maximizing that natural base of support you have.
Interesting. Didn't think about the balance aspect.
It's crucial. Fourth, and this is really critical, is injury prevention. There are clinical studies actually showing that a wider toe box reduces the biomechanical impact on your big toe.
How so?
Well, it lowers the risk of things like bruised toenails or something called a subungual hematoma,
Which is?
basically bleeding under your toenail. Not fun, especially common for runners.
Ouch. Okay.
And it's not just those more serious things. Better toe alignment and less friction also mean fewer everyday nuisances like blisters, corns, and calluses.
That alone sounds pretty good.
Definitely. This also leads to benefit number 5, better circulation and overall foot health. Minimizing that constriction, that squeezing, promotes healthy blood flow.
Oh, less numbness.
Exactly. It significantly reduces the chance of getting that annoying numbness or tingling in your toes, which is vital if you're active or standing for long periods.
Okay.
And finally, wider shoes provide crucial support for your natural gait and posture. By letting your toes spread and grip naturally, your whole foot engages with the ground better.
And that helps higher up.
Yes. It can significantly improve your posture, enhance your gait, and reduce strain on your knees, hips, and even your lower back, because your body isn't constantly trying to compensate for feet that are restricted.
So it sounds like the real insight here isn't just, avoiding a blister today. It's more like re-optimizing your body's entire foundation.
Yeah.
Like a biomechanical reset almost from the ground up.
That's a great way to put it. Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, yeah, proper foot health is truly foundational. Foundational for overall physical well-being, for pain prevention. It's not just about your feet feeling comfy. It's about supporting your whole body's alignment and function. It really impacts everything above your ankles, which, raises an important question. Is this just a trend, like a comfort fad? Or is there solid medical evidence behind these claims?
Good question. What does the science say?
Well, there is absolutely solid evidence. For instance, there was a 2024 peer-reviewed study, quite recent, that found running shoes with a raised toe box, meaning wider and taller, significantly reduced ground reaction forces and the severity of impact on the big toe. The study also suggested that these wider toe boxes could actually enhance foot core stability and just overall lower limb health for runners.
So direct impact measured.
Yes, and going back a bit, a 2013 medical review focused specifically on toe box shape and volume. It basically confirmed that the design directly influences how pressure is distributed across the forefoot.
And wider was better.
Wider toe boxes actively reduce that problematic pressure on the toes. And beyond specific studies, foot health clinics, podiatrists, they widely recommend wider toe box shoes,
Right.
especially for preventing and managing foot deformities, particularly if someone is prone to bunions or has a history of chronic foot pain. The consensus is pretty clear among professionals.
So it sounds like the experts are definitely on board with this wider is better idea. The medical community sees the proof.
They do.
Okay, so with all that compelling info, the next logical step is, how do you actually find these wider shoes? What are your top practical tips for listeners trying to get the right extra wide fit?
It's simpler than you might think, but yeah, there are some key steps. Definitely measure your feet at the end of the day.
Why then?
That's when they're largest. Feet naturally swell a bit during the day. And critically, always try shoes on with the socks you'd normally wear with that type of shoe. Don't try on running shoes with thin dress socks, for example.
Good point.
A really crucial tip. Make sure there's about a thumb's width of space between your longest toe, which isn't always the big toe, by the way, and the very end of the shoe.
I'm with 10th. Got it.
Once they're on, don't just sit there, walk around in the store, check for overall comfort, any tight spots, any pinching. Pay close attention to the width across the ball of your foot, especially in that toe box area. Does it feel cramped? And remember, sizes can vary a lot between brands, so don't just grab your usual number and assume it's right.
Right. Try them on regardless.
Always. Also, think about your specific foot shape. Some feet are wide at the toes but narrow at the heel. Others are wide all over. Some shoes cater better to different shapes.
Right.
And if you use special insoles or orthotics, absolutely bring them with you when you shop. You need to make sure they fit comfortably inside the shoe.
Makes sense.
And this is vital. Length and width are equally important. Just getting a longer shoe is not the same as getting a wider shoe. You need width where your foot is wide.
That's a key distinction.
It really is. Finally, look for shoes with removable footbeds. Many wider fit shoes have this feature. It's great because you can put in your own custom orthotics, or sometimes just taking out the existing footbed gives you that little bit of extra depth you need.
That's really helpful, practical advice.
Right.
So, okay, you've done the work, found that perfect pair that finally feels right. How do you make sure they last? Keep those feet happy long term.
Yeah, good question. Simple care really does go a long way. Try to make it a habit to clean your shoes regularly. Just a soft brush or cloth is usually fine. If they're leather shoes, using shoe trees is actually pretty helpful. They maintain the shape and absorb moisture, which helps them last longer.
Shoe trees, right?
And it's a really good idea to rotate between different pairs of shoes if you can. Don't wear the same pair every single day.
Why is that?
It allows them to fully air out and dry between wears, significantly extends their life, and frankly, helps prevent odor too.
Good point.
Also, pay attention to the insoles. They wear out over time. Replacing them when they get compressed helps maintain that consistent support.
Mm-hmm.
If you have leather shoes, maybe consider a waterproofing spray, especially if you live somewhere wet. Protects them from the elements.
Okay.
And just store them properly, cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice any little rips or the sole separating, try to get it fixed quickly. Basic stuff, but it adds up.
Definitely good reminders. Okay, this is often the part listeners are really keen on, literally where the rubber meets the road, knowing which brands are actually delivering on this promise of wider, healthier shoes. So let's maybe dive into some specific brands that really get the need for space and design with foot health in mind.
Yeah, let's do that. There's some great ones out there focusing on this. First up, let's talk about Apis.
Apis. All right.
They really specialize in customizable comfort, particularly for complex foot conditions. Apis offers exceptionally wide widths. We're talking up to 14E in some models, which is seriously wide.
Wow, 14E.
Yeah. And they build in extra depth, which is crucial for accommodating orthotics, swelling, conditions like bunions, hammer toes, even Charcot foot.
Well, Charcot foot, briefly.
It's a condition where foot bones can weaken and fracture due to nerve damage, often linked to severe diabetes. Needs very specific supportive footwear.
Got it. So Apis caters to that.
They do. They use soft leathers, often include removable antimicrobial insoles. For example, they have a men's walking shoe that's lightweight, breathable, designed specifically for very wide or maybe oddly shaped feet. And it has a good, strong heel counter for stability. And we heard from a customer, Robert M., who specifically mentioned the Apis Charcot boot. He said it was essential for his diabetic foot problems and swelling, praising that extra depth and the adjustable straps that let him fit his special insoles.
That's great feedback.
Okay, who's next? Next, let's look at Propit. They're fantastic for more versatile comfort, especially for active lifestyles.
Drop, okay.
Propit offers widths up to 5E, so still very accommodating, and they really focus on ample toe room to allow for that maximum toe splay we talked about.
Right, the natural spread.
Exactly. They often include extra depth for orthotics and provide good support for common issues like bunions and hammer toes. Plus, they usually feature built-in arch support and shock absorption.
Sounds good for activity.
Yeah, for instance, the Propit Connolly men's hiking shoe. It's a great example for hikers with wide feet. Uses tough materials like suede and cordura. It's breathable, has excellent grip, a cushioned insole for comfort on trails, and really crucial ankle support to help prevent injuries.
Good practical example. Who else?
Then there's OrthoFeet. Their whole focus is engineered for comprehensive pain relief and comfort.
OrthoFeet pain relief focus.
Yes. They're known for having genuinely roomy toe areas. Really lets the toes spread naturally, reducing pressure. OrthoFeet offers multiple widths, sometimes up to 6E in certain styles, though most go up to 4E.
It's quite wide.
Oh, yes. And a key feature. All their shoes come with premium orthotic insoles already inside, designed with arch support. This is a huge help for things like plantar fasciitis, flat feet, heel pain.
Common problems.
Very common. They also have shock-absorbing soles and seamless padded interiors, which makes them excellent for sensitive feet, think diabetes or neuropathy.
Ah, the seamless interior is important there.
Very important. And many have stretchable uppers and even double insoles you can remove for a truly customized fit. The OrthoFeet Leo men's casual shoe is a good example for everyday wear. Looks casual, but packs in that orthotic insole for even weight distribution. The shock-absorbing sole helps with a lot of common foot issues. We actually had feedback from John D., who specifically said the OrthoFeet Leo significantly helped with his wide feet and his plantar fasciitis.
Real-world results. Okay, what about work boots? That's a tough category for fit sometimes.
Absolutely. For durable work and safety footwear, Haas Boot Co. really stands out.
Haas Boot Co.
Their specialty is unusually wide safety toe boxes. Whether it's composite or aluminum safety toes, they design them with significantly more room than standard work boots.
That's key for safety toes. They can be so tight.
Exactly. Haas goes up to 6E widths in some safety boots, and they include all the robust features you need: waterproofing, electrical hazard certification, slip resistance, vital for demanding jobs. Take the Haas Prowl men's composite safety toe work boot. It's tough, but designed for comfort for wide feet. Offers series protection without being excessively heavy, has a slip-resistant sole, padded collar, good cushioning for all-day wear.
Hmm.
And we heard from Sarah T., who works in a warehouse. She called the Haas Prowl a lifesaver, said it perfectly fit her wide feet and meant her feet didn't ache after a long shift on concrete.
That's high praise for a work boot.
It really is. Lastly, let's mention FI. They focus on innovative footwear solutions.
High-tech innovation.
Yeah, they use advanced tech that helps the shoe actually mold to your unique foot shape over time. They use highly breathable materials, special sole designs intended for natural movement and stability.
Interesting.
They often feature strategic pressure relief areas and adjustable components to really dial in the fit. They offer widths up to 14E, similar to Apis, though sometimes the very widest widths might be made to order.
Okay, so another highly specialized option.
Right, and what's fascinating when you look at these brands together, Apis, Propet, Orthofeet, Haas, iFi-Tech, is how each has really honed in on different aspects of wide foot health.
Yeah, different niches.
Exactly. It proves there really is a solution out there for almost every need, from just general everyday comfort to very specific medical support or demanding work environments. It's moved beyond just wide to precisely supportive for your wide feet.
That's a great overview. We started this deep dive talking about that universal feeling, the relief when your feet are finally free. Our mission was to give you, the listener, a shortcut, a way to get well-informed about the critical but often overlooked role that wider shoes play in your overall health. So I guess to bring it all together, the core takeaway seems to be that choosing the right extra wide shoes isn't just like a comfort preference. It's a significant proactive investment in your daily well-being and your long-term foot health.
Absolutely.
It impacts everything: how you walk, your posture, preventing chronic pain, not just in your feet, but potentially throughout your body. I know many listeners might be thinking about style right now. Popular fashion often pushes those narrower silhouettes.
Where?
But the truth is, your foot health is just foundational. This isn't necessarily about sacrificing style anymore either. It's about prioritizing function. And thankfully, more and more brands are making it easier to actually do both.
That's a key point. And maybe a final thought to leave people with. Just think about how much your feet do for you every single day. Carrying you through life, absorbing shock, keeping you balanced. Are you truly giving them the space and the support they desperately need to thrive?
That's a powerful question. We really encourage you to take a closer look at your own shoes, your own habits. Maybe measure your feet tonight. Explore the world of wider shoes. Your feet, and honestly, your entire body will likely thank you for it.